Hello, this is William Clark for the Last Stand podcast. This is number 15 in the series. I've been away for a couple days and had some things I had to get done here at the house. But I wanted to talk to you today about a subject that has been on my mind for a while. I want to discuss two books that I've written about it, kind of go hand in hand with the subject matter that I want to talk about today. As we age and as we live our lives in this reality, we play in our minds a kind of mind movie of who we are and what we want to accomplish and what we think and what we perceive the world to be. And we're the hero in all of this. We're the ones that is making all the decisions. We're the ones that are making everything happen. And we're the ones in charge of our own destiny. I can say that with a smile because I know it's not true. What I have found out, and this is just from me, this is just from me living 150 years on the planet, is that we really actually have just a small bit of control of what happens to us in our lives. Now, we make decisions through employment and marriages and job changes and whatever that have an effect on our lives, but to affect the big picture of this reality we live in, we have actually very little control. We think in our own little compartmentalized way of thinking, which is an individual thing, that things are going to change because we think they're going to change. They really don't. And we have actually a stunning amount of lack of control of what really happens in our lives. Most of our time, most of our dreams and aspirations, hopes and fears, most of it doesn't come true. Now, I'm not being a downer. I'm saying it's never as bad as it's going to be, as you think it's going to be, and it's never as good as you think it's going to be. I always fall somewhere in that terrible zone of lukewarmness, for a better word. Now, I know, and this is all in my own life, that I thought when I was maybe 21, 22, 23, I was in the military, that my very existence was important to the world. And what I found out very quickly, actually that's a lie. What I found out in my 70s, which is what I am now, that my existence to the world means very little. Now, again, I don't want to be a downer, make you feel bad. I just want to give you a little insight into the reality that I've discovered, that if you're not later on in your life, you will discover later on in your life that 5 to 8 years after you're gone, dead and buried, you will not be remembered. Oh, you'll be remembered by your mom or your dad if they're still alive, or your siblings if they're still alive. But anybody else, as far as the world is concerned, you were never here. So there is this lack of cosmic control that you never really had about your effectiveness on this reality. It's pretty much zero. What am I getting at? You need to, here I am preaching to you what you need to do, is what I need to do, is realize that life in the grand scheme of things is extremely short. And if we make really bad decisions, hit the sauce, using drugs, committing crime, letting our mouth overload our butt and get us into a fist fight or get us into a confrontation where we get mixed up with the law, your life goes exponentially shorter. Even the quality of your life goes really short because you've made bad decisions based on an idea that your opinion or your very presence is cosmically important. It's not. Your presence on this planet, in this reality, is important to the people who care about you. Period. As far as the world is concerned, you don't exist. You don't. Your mom loves you. Your dad loves you. Your brother and sister love you sometimes. Your employer doesn't love you. Strangers don't love you. They don't even know who you are. So your expectations of this reality, because you will it so, ain't going to happen. I'm not telling what you need to do, but I need to do, is understand that fact. That the effect I have on other people, cosmically, is zero. The effect I have on people who care about me is quite a bit. And that's what you need to focus on. Now, this lack of control in our environment doesn't become obvious until several things happen to you. Number one, maybe there's a chronic illness where you can't take care of yourself. Now you are dependent on people who professionally care about you, but don't really heartfelt care about you. And that's okay. It's just human nature. I understand that. Or two, you get incarcerated. And now the state is caring for you because you made a bonehead decision and you did something that was really stupid and you lost and now you're behind bars. So what I'm saying is, my light just went out, but you can still see me. What I'm saying is that the decisions you made or make are individual and that they have an effect on the people who care about you and then on you personally, but not cosmically. No effect. If you're getting Social Security right now, okay, and you go to 85 years old and you jackknife into a coffin at 85, your Social Security stops. And as far as the government goes, because they stop your Social Security checks, you don't exist. You may be on a log somewhere that says, yeah, they did have you on the log as a receiving member of Social Security, but 3 to 5 to 7 years after you're gone, you've disappeared. That's my point. Be thinking about what I can do to make the people who care about me feel better about me. What can I do to make me feel better about me? I'm actually talking about narrowing your scope and directing it towards something that has importance. That mind movie we're playing about how important we are to the world, or how important our opinion is to the world, even this podcast. About 99.99% of the population of the world has no idea that William Clark is alive. Or do they care? Now, my family watches this, and a few close friends watch this, and maybe some strangers watch it. But they don't really care. And 20 minutes after they watch this movie or this podcast, it disappears, out of their mind. I'm a realist. I know about this now. I understand that. This lack of cosmic control. That just because we have a voice on this device, on this platform of multimedia, that what we have to say is vitally important to the cosmos. It's not. Your opinion is your opinion. It may be important to you. In fact, it's vital to you because you're saying it. But to most people, it's like, okay, interesting, but I'll stick with what I know. That's hard cheese to understand and to realize and to accept. It's humbling, but it's also real. Lack of control in your life is a terrible thing. A lot of these injuries from lack of control are self-induced, self-inflicted wounds by making really bad decisions, by thinking our way is the right way or the highway, and we make really dumb decisions. And they end up hurting you personally and to the family members who care about you. To the world, you're just one more number. You get arrested. You go to jail. Think the world cares? Absolutely not. You're one more docket number, one more case file, one more prisoner with a number on his name. That's what it means. You made a dumb decision and you became even more irrelevant. That's what I'm saying, is that this thing about control. And it relates to all things you do. It relates to your life, how you handle your finances, how you handle your relationships with the people who care about you, not the world, because the world could give a red piss if you live or die or even exist. Like I said, 5 to 8 years. Who was that? You're a name on a headstone. What did they do? That's a harsh reality, but it's a fact. And I've seen it in my own life. Again, I'm speaking only from what I know, from my own existence on this planet. So, what does that all boil down to? What am I pushing? What am I advocating? Well, you know I'm a writer. I write books. Incessantly write books. I've got 14, soon to have 15 books on Amazon Books, and they're all in the bookstores, and you can get them all on, see the reviews on all of them. They're done well. I'm bragging a little bit because I put a lot of work into them, and my reviews show that people like what I do. This lack of control, I wanted to encapsulate it into the UFO effect, the UFO phenomenon we're all experiencing now. The UFO thing, and that's a dumb phrase, or the UFO phenomenon, is real. I believe in it. I believe there are other things here that we don't understand that are affecting us personally. And we lump it all into the UFO experience. Well, it is a lack of control for us that is most disconcerting, because we cannot control a UFO experience. It can't control it. It's in the sky. It's going to come down and take you or do something with you or show you something on their terms, not on yours. You have no control. All you can do is experience it and then try to live with the experience, good or bad. This lack of control, as it applies to the subject matter of UFOs, I encapsulated in this book, Bristol, by William Clark. And the sequel to this book is Eloquin by William Clark. Both of these books. It's a 2-book series. Eloquin and Bristol. It's about what humans experience when they have an idea of what the world is like and their place in it, and then has a third entity, UFO, comes into their lives, takes away that little bit of ledge of control they've been standing on, and puts them into the abyss. What's it like? What do they feel? What do they think about what happened? And what is the power behind this force that has taken away what little control in this life individually we think we have? UFOs are real. There is something in the night sky. There is something affecting these people, and I don't believe it's mass psychosis. I wrote extensively about it in Bristol, and I wrote extensively about it in Eloquin, and I'm a believer in that. I've come to understand the fact that in my 72 years on the planet, I am not going to fall into that conceited trap of thinking I know everything. As I have gotten older, much older, I have found out that I know less and less, especially about the world around me. A lot of my preconceived ideas about life itself have worked against me, have worked against the attitude. I've worked against my mental impression of what this life is all about. You get hard-nosed about certain beliefs. And anything or anybody or any event that challenges that creates anger, animosity, and resistance. Resistance to change. I experience it all the time. I have to change and I have to accept things that I don't understand, but I know that are happening because I see them. I see them every day. What I want to impart to you on these little talks, this little foray into the lack of control or gaining control, is to be cognizant of the fact that you, in your little sphere, your little mind movie, has little to no cosmic effect. So you are responsible for your own happiness. You are responsible for your own sadness. You are responsible for your own successes or failures, not the cosmos, because the cosmos could care less. Yes, I believe in God. Yes, I believe in the redeeming power of Christ. But while you're here, while you're breathing air, while you're living in the house with that woman that gives you a hard time, or those kids that don't respect you, or your job you hate, while you're here, it's your responsibility to get control of your emotions, to get control of the situation in your own heart. And quit trying to control the world, because you know what? The world don't care. It's like the ocean. The ocean doesn't want you to like it or dislike it. It's just there. And if you get stupid around the ocean, you either get eaten by something that's way above the food chain than you are, or you'll drown. The ocean is the ocean. Life is like the ocean. Excuse the corny metaphor, but that's what it's all about, guys. You control how you feel about things. And just because you shout and scream from the rooftops about the injustice of the world, it doesn't change. It just keeps moving. And it keeps moving right through you and right over you. 3 to 5 to 8 years after you're dead and gone, you never existed. So all this wailing and gnashing of teeth about the injustice of the world, you're wasting your breath because the world doesn't care. Some people care. You make some people mad, but they don't really care. You're a mild irritation. Governments come and go. Tyrants come and go. Bad guys get killed. Good guys die. It just keeps moving, folks. So, if you want a good read about what happens with people who lose all control and yet find a weird kind of solace in all of that, pick up Bristol by William Clark. It's on Amazon. And its sequel, Eloquin, also on Amazon by William Clark. Me, the guy who's talking like this to you. And as always, I want to thank you for tuning in. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment. I appreciate it. You make my day when I see those things. But I appreciate you out there, and I want to encourage you. Think small. Focus on the things that are important. Because you're not going to change the world. It's not going to happen. But you can change how you act. And like I always say, if you can't be safe out there, by God, be sanitary. William Clark for the Last Stand Podcast. I will talk to you soon.